You probably want to get funded, and I don't blame you. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars trading these markets, and a lot of that has come from prop firms. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 easy steps for you to follow to still get funded this year. But first, I want to set the record straight. 1. Prop firms do not want you to win. They make money when you lose, and there are many things they do to ensure that you lose. So for example, by giving you a bigger account, by telling you that you can pass in a day, by showing you the big payouts. But I can make a whole video just on ways that prop firms make you fail. But number 2, let's also say that you are your biggest enemy, because let's set the record straight, no one is forced to go for prop firms. You decide that you go for prop firms. Now, the way you use it is up to you. Now, this is where we go to point 3 with prop firms should be used as a tool. Because a lot of people, they go for prop firms because they think it's their ticket for freedom, not understanding that the ticket for freedom is your skill. Your skill is the ticket for freedom. So you need to use prop firms as a tool, and I will show you how to do that in this video. And number 4 is that the end goal is personal capital, because that's where you are going to see the true capability of you as a trader. Why? Well, because that's where it's going to be your money. That's where, when you're gambling, you are going to be extremely affected by it. And with that out of the way, let me show you the 3 steps to become a funded trader still in this year. Number 1, find a profitable strategy, because if you're not a profitable trader, you won't make money. It's as easy as that. It doesn't matter if you're trading personal capital or prop firm capital. If you are not profitable, you will not make money. And the number 1 thing you need to do that is have a profitable strategy. And now this is where many people get this confused, because there are a lot of free strategies online, right? You can become a profitable trader for free. And I know that a lot of you are not in a financial position to maybe buy a course or follow the recommendation that I always said, which is I've always paid for education because I value it more, I'm going to give it way more attention, and it's more personalized, right? That's why also the waitlist for the Simple Trading Edge is open. It's the first link in the description. It's going to be launching August 1st. So I'm a big proponent on paid education, but I've always said everything you need is for free online. So I recommend that if you guys want to become a profitable trader, whatever you want to trade, no matter if you want to be a scalper, no matter if you want to be an ICT trader, no matter if you want to be an SMC trader, everything is for free online. Find 2 or 3 people that you believe on that trade the same way that you want to trade and learn everything from them. For example, for me, once I saw that ICT had everything for free online, I just went all in. I went all in, didn't look back. What did I do? Well, exactly what I'm going to tell you to do right now if you want to become profitable. Understand, I became instantly profitable with ICT, and I followed these exact same steps. So number 1 was watching the content, right? Watching the content is number 1, because if you don't watch the content, then what are you doing, right? And yeah, a lot of people say, oh yeah, but he rambles. Well, again, it's for free. Number 2 is that you are going to look at other traders that have looked into ICT and are explaining their strategy much more straightforward, also for free on YouTube. And next, I recommend you backtesting that strategy for at least 2 years and at least 100 trades. You need at least that. And that's where you go into the next step of actually going live. But you don't yet go live. You don't yet go for a challenge, but you start either on a demo or on a small personal account. Now, this goes back to the same thing as education. I've never went to demo, and the reason for that is because I never took demo seriously. And this happened a lot with the prop firms that I passed very easily. I never really cared, right? So the bad habits that would be instilled with me in the challenges would be passed onto the live accounts. So just keep that in mind. Either go for a small personal account or for a demo account, and then apply everything you've learned on those strategies and on the back testing live. Then you need to prove to yourself for at least 1 to 2 months. This is just because you want to get funded this year, right? I don't think the main goal should be getting funded this year, especially if you're still looking for a profitable strategy. But if you want, then at least 1 to 2 months of live execution that proves that you are profitable. And then with all of the journaling, continue to backtesting, continue to learn more to prove to yourself that you actually can execute live. And that's how you find your first signals of profitability, right? And of consistency. So you've watched the content, you've backtested it, you've applied it live. Now you need to understand risk management. Because this is where we go a little bit deeper, because prop firm risk management, it's not the same thing as personal account risk management. Because now that you're profitable and you have a profitable edge, it's time to use prop firms to your advantage. But this is also the time where you understand what type of prop firm trader you want to be. So you can either be conservative, moderate, or aggressive. Conservative, it's not worth it because you won't make money from it. Believe me, I've tried and I've only made some tens of thousands of dollars because you're risking way too little, so it takes you way too long to get funded, gets you way too long to get to a good payout, etc, etc, etc. And then prop firms go under, right? You know what I'm talking about. Then moderate, this is where you risk a normal of 1 to 2% and you take your time with the challenge because you're doing your best not to fail any challenges, right? Being moderate, you're not gambling, you're just trying to take advantage of the opportunity that prop firms give you. You do your best not to fail challenges, and by that, the way you find your risk management is by knowing how many trades you take every single week, and you divide 5% by that number of trades that you take every single week. So if you take 10 trades every single week, you should be risking 0.5%. If you take 5 trades every single week, you should be risking 5%. That's your risk management. Why? Because your goal is to consistently make money and get to the funded without losing a lot, but also not staying there for 50 months and then saying that you finally passed a 10K FTMO challenge after 3 years. It's like, it doesn't really make sense. And then aggressive, this is where you consistently go with like 2% risk. I don't recommend 4% anymore just because prop firms will then either label you as a gambler and not even give you an account. So I can't really now say that I would still do this because I know that a lot of people will suffer from that. So 2% consistently, prop firms shouldn't really have an issue with that. You are going to fail more challenges, but you are going to also pass more. And then with this is where step number 3 is very, very important, which is find the right prop firm and the right prop firm challenge for you to take. And bear with me because let me start off with this, and then the last tip is extremely, extremely important. So finding the right prop firm is very tricky. Here's my rule of thumb: FTMO number 1, alpha number 2, fivers number 3, but I would even put fivers at number 2 and alpha at number 3. Why? Because FTMO and fivers have been here for a long, long time. And again, you have to pay the premium. Please pay the premium because that's how you are going to get your payout. That's how you are going to get funded. That's how the prop firms are going to have the least amount of issues in paying you out. And if you're going for futures, then this is my rule of thumb. Top step number 1, my funded futures number 2. I don't really know the other ones, so these are the only 2 that I know, and I personally only use my funded futures. I've gotten funded with Top Step, but again, I personally use my funded futures, but I know that Top Step has been here for longer, so go for that first. Now, this is my last point, and it's very, very important in this video, which is you have to pick the right account size. Because if you are going for a 200K account, and that is 5 months worth of your savings, that is a lot of pressure on you. I've personally, when I started trading, I went for 100K accounts, and let me tell you, the pressure was immense. I failed 2-3 times and I was feeling it in my finances. I was here back in Portugal in this exact same office, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like that's 10% of my savings completely gone because I'm not a profitable trader yet. So I don't want you to feel that too. And let me tell you right now, I am a profitable trader and I still mostly go for 100K accounts. That's the easiest way for my brain to do quick maths, quick lot sizes, everything. With 200K, I get a little bit more confused and I don't want that, right? So I'm telling you this because, again, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars from these markets and I still go for 100K accounts. And this to tell you that wherever you are at, don't judge yourself by the account size that you're going for. Go for the account size that feels most comfortable to you until you get funded, until you start getting some payouts, and that's where you scale up a bit. And then you scale up a bit, right? I didn't start with 300k, 400k accounts. I started with smaller accounts and then I kept on building on top of that. And I recommend you doing the exact same thing. So if you're going for a 50k account, but you're thinking, oh, I don't really want to put this trade on because if it's a loser, if you're already thinking like that, stop. Go for a smaller account, okay? The more comfortable you are, the quicker you will get funded and the quicker you will get a payout. And that is the only goal you should have, is getting a payout. It doesn't even matter getting the funded, it's getting the payout. And next Monday, I'm going to be talking about my hacks to actually get payout. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like if you like this video, and let me know your biggest takeaway from this video, and I will give away an account to one of the comments that comments with this emoji with their favorite takeaway. But yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you Monday, and I'll tell you the hacks on getting a payout. Peace.